Hello, good evening. Can you hear me clearly? Hello, Sandra. Can you hear me? Just confirm, please. All right. Okay, good evening. So we're gonna have a quick one this night.
I can hear you. Good evening.
It's gonna be a quick one this night. It's already on record, and I also share the link. So back to the desktop MT4. So I'm gonna give you an intro to technical analysis. Just a very quick intro. Just very simple and then what you should give attention to so that you can actually start working. So I'm sharing my screen right away. I have my MT4 here. Also, you can see it clearly.
Yeah.
So I'm able to show you that here is our terminal. You can see the name here. Terminal is the market watch. And by the time you hover on any of these, you could be able to read up what the name implies. So here's a chat area. Here's where you get the information about your running trades. So we have the demo account. So if I log in demo, so we can try these two accounts. Okay, I think that's account. So there are just three major things you have to measure on right now while doing your technical analysis, which is called price action. And also at the same time um, is also a part of how to use the MetaTrader 4. So we have this is called the horizontal line here. So what you have there is the horizontal line. So that's one which you have to write down. Then the next one will have the trend line. The trend line. So this is the trend line. And the third one is your equidistant channel. So just take note of these three stuff. So you have your horizontal line, you have your trend line, and you have your equidistant channel. So this is the three I require from you. That's all. So for instance, you have some pairs that you've been working with. So you've been working with, you had Euro, USD, AUD cards, what again? Am I correct?
USD JPY.
Yeah?
USD JPY.
So you have the three of them, right?
Yes.
So so we are going quickly. So we are going quickly to open up those charts. So I'm going to close up these other charts. So I'm going to close up these other charts. This Euro USD, going to close up. So I'm just clicking here, I right click and click on close. So I click on Euro USD, I right click and I close. USD JPY, Euro USD, AUD card. So right click, close. So AUD card, I'm going to add, create a new chart. Scroll down, start checking for AUD card. Not here. Forex courses, AUD Canadian, it's there. So I have it coming up. Okay, so let me start from this one. This guy. Let me get rid of this guy. So now here it's AUD Canadian dollar. So first of all, as I showed you last time, you right click on the chart can get rid of the grid, and you can zoom once, you change the candlestick, and this is 1 hour time frame, H4. This is daily. I'm trying to read up on my time frames to ensure that I can see them clearly. So I can start to load them up. So so you take note that technical analysis starts from a higher time frame down to the lower time frame. So that is something you must observe. So most times I like to get rid of my chart from the extreme. So I click on the shift and from the chart from the right button. So it goes off from here. So I use my horizontal line to fish out key levels. So I believe we can quickly remember some of our discussions. I have to share this screen for something very vital. So we had some things that we agreed upon. So I'm going to reflect you back to them so that you can actually remember. So I said we're looking at key levels, trends, and flags. So these three tools I just called out will help you to get um, this stuff. So back to the MT4. So this can help me to get my key level. And then now you can see that the chart can also create movement, not just from up to down, but you can see some sideways movement, diagonal. So that brings my trend line in play. And sometimes these diagonal moves occur in a range. So this could lead me to um, getting my equidistant channel. Is that clear?
No, I don't understand.
So I have to delete. At any point that you are not being carried along, you let me know.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, online class. I saw a message. Don't worry. Yeah, sorry. So, um, this is the chart, right?
Yeah.
Then we're going to use, mention the three tools we're going to be using. This one is what? Horizontal line.
You talked about horizontal line, the trend line, and the equi. I didn't really hear the last one you mentioned.
Equidistant. That's equal distance.
Equi.
Equidistant
Okay,
channel.
equidistant.
Yeah.
Okay, equidistant.
So that's the three.
Okay.
So now I click on the horizontal line, then I click on my chart. This is what it looks like. Hmm? I click on my trend line and I click on my chart. Click is the normal left click. I click here. Okay, this one I need to hold and drag. I think that's the challenge. So dragging to get rid of this chart.
Good.
Okay, I click and hold and drag. Hmm?
Okay.
See the difference for the diagonals, that is for the trend line and equidistant channel. I click, hold, and drag.
Okay.
So it's by the time you practice, you can be clarified properly. Now, what does my horizontal line does? It does one action. It dictates this. This is what.
Key levels.
Now, what does my this guy does? It dictates trends. Hmm?
Okay.
That's what my diagram does. It dictates trends. It helps me know when there's a change of trend. It helps me identify the turning point. Are you writing?
Yes.
All right. So now, sometimes these trends can occur in a range. Hmm?
Okay.
No, now for me to capture the range, I use my equidistant channel because when you're dealing with a range, there's a movement up, down, up,
Yes.
down. Are you getting the picture?
Yeah.
So when there's a movement up and we are at the top, and I know that there's a likelihood it's going to come down, that's when I'm going to sell.
Yeah.
When it's at the bottom, I'm going to buy. When it's at the top, I'm going to sell.
Okay.
So these tools help you to identify um, that. That's what it does. So, okay, let me give you an example. This is gold. Hmm? This is what we call a
Okay.
trend line. You see it?
Yes.
So this trend line is ascending, right?
Yeah.
And the price is ascending, ascending,
Yeah.
ascending, and it broke off. So
Yeah.
it tells me that price is not going to ascend, it's going to do what? Descend.
Mm.
Hmm?
Yeah.
If you remember the former class we had, I hope you know that this thing hasn't come down to this level. The last class we had, because it was actually gold chart that was at your front. That day we had some other people join us.
Yes.
This
Yes.
has not happened that
Yes.
day. This one has
Oh,
not happened.
yes. 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 Yes.
We just had this thing breaking a little. We just had it hanging here.
Yes.
Then I was telling you, US is gonna drop, gold is gonna drop.
Mm.
We're just analyzing based on that news that happened. Which I said something earlier on today. I was like, that news, the information from that news is not gonna really hold for that long. Which um, over time you're gonna know guess what is actually going on. So back to this chart. So it gives you that simple description. Now you can actually see this line, right?
Yes.
So this is what now is a key level.
Okay.
These are key levels for myself. I trade with them.
Okay.
This is what I'm showing you. It's not simple. Hmm?
I didn't hear. I didn't hear you.
I said, isn't it simple?
Oh. Is it simple? Not really.
Draw line that you drew in your nursery school. It's simple. Okay.
This one is different.
Uh, so, how is this thing clear? Uh, so on this one I want to show you like here. Okay, not this class. I don't need to digress. So back here we have the horizontal line, we have the trend line, we have the equidistant channel. So channel, trend line, horizontal line, right? So when I double
Yes.
click, watch here now. Well, keep your eye here, keep you are here. If I double click, you see the highlight. Can you see this?
Yes.
So I can take actions on the line. When I double click again, it's going to go out. Hmm?
Yes.
So when I double click, it's highlighted. I can move it up, I can hold it, drag it down, and take it up to any level I want. Maybe I want it to be at this top. I'll put it here. I get it. And maybe I want to
Okay.
catch this button. I may get another one and click. Remember this one you click, then others you drag and drop. So I can double click again and pull it down. I want to get it here. As this thing I'm dropping here is my personal choice. Like there's no rule to how you put it for now. Is that clear? So you wouldn't assume that there's a
Yes.
way I dropped it. No, I just highlight it, hold it, and I can just keep it anywhere I want. It's as simple as that. So now if I double click, I highlight, I hold. When I say hold, it's still my left click. I can move it around. But when I right click, I can have other options. Hmm?
Okay.
So
Yes.
this is the undo option. Probably whatever I did before, trying to undo it on select. It's already selected.
Yes.
And this guy is also selected. Because probably I selected this guy left, selected this guy also. So I can try to unselect all. So guys, just get them unselected. Or delete all selected. Delete these two. Delete all arrows. And or just delete. I don't know about delete all arrows. Okay, I think that's when you have arrows. There's no arrow here. You don't have anything. Just delete. Then object list. This is where you see the list of objects on your chart. Can you see this guy now? So I have a horizontal line,
Yes. Yeah.
441, blah, blah, blah. I think it's one of these guys. This guy, 445, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the second one. They all have their code number. Trend line and channel. Trend line, horizontal line, horizontal line. Can you see that?
Yes.
So sometimes there are some charts that can have a whole lot of tools on it, a whole lot of tools on it. And chart that has plenty things. It has plenty of things. So I can just right click, go to object list. Wow, can you see? Uh,
Yeah.
Plenty. Like you have their names and descriptions. So I can decide to maybe I want to know what this guy is. Horizontal show. So it's going to highlight the guy, but there are plenty. We're not going to look for them, but
Okay.
the ability of what we have. So you can decide to show, edit, you can decide to highlight this trend line and edit from here, stuff like that, delete there, delete it. So stuff like that, when you do Control Z, you see it's back. So that's what we have. So on the horizontal line, I can right click, go to horizontal line properties. The same thing with the edit there, and here I have it. I decide to change the color to anything I prefer. I just leave the name. This is the type of line, or maybe I want it to be breaking, blah blah, or I want it to be thicker than the way it is. Probably I want it to really, really show parameters. This parameter is the particular price where it is. Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah, the particular price where it is. Then visualization. What time frame do you want it to be showing? So say showed on all time frames. So probably if you select some particular time frames here, it's going to show on those time frames. Like if I'm on H1, it will show. If I go back to weekly, it will not show. You get me? So
Yeah.
some of these guys are not actually necessary. All time frames. So there is need for these parameters. For instance, when you go to the group, I said something about USD JPY. earlier on today or probably late in the night. Okay, this year's JPY. I said one of the best bet to hold till month end and 1 month more. USDJPY hold it 100% till mama calls. Set up okay, this setup does is a buy that we're looking at. So we say deactivates at this price. Look at the price here, 106.68. Hmm? Are you with me?
Yes.
Later you can read the English. But I'm trying to give you an idea. Probably something can come up and a particular price is given. Like easy. I said it's a crucial price level for me. That means it's a key level for me. That's what I mean. Hmm? So if you look at this
Okay.
chart, can you see this chart right now? Here's the JPY. Look
Yeah.
at this line here is actually this 106.68. So you can see it's a key level
Okay.
for me. So
Yeah.
maybe you didn't mark your chart according to mine, but because you saw what I said, you can just open that chart and mark up that level
Mm-hmm.
at that line here, 106.68. Can you see it?
Yeah.
That is it. This is H4. This is daily time frame, trend time. So, so what I'm trying to say right now is I can decide to mark up that line. Let's say let me go to USDJPY. So like let me go this USDJPY, right? I click on
Yeah.
the horizontal line. I come anywhere, maybe anywhere, just very low, and I drop it. So how do I highlight? Double click, then to edit, I right click, horizontal line properties. This is parameters, right? This is the value, right?
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
decide to paste that price or type that price because I may not be able to move this line to accurately place it manually. Are you getting the idea?
Okay.
So when I right
Yeah.
click and paste, because remember I copied paste, so this is 106.68. Then
Okay.
if I click on OK, it's going to jump to that place. See, it
Okay.
jumped to 106.68. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Because one of the ways you're going to practice is by observing my charts and also trying to replicate what I'm doing. Right click for the internet for 2 seconds and to make it ticker. Okay, so ticker, right? Change the color. So back here, um, coming to this trend line, if you by the time you click on this trend line, you notice that it's just so long and uncontrollable, right? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Hello.
Hope you're with me. I feel something like that.
Hello.
Okay, so this guy seems uncontrollable. It's just so long. So I'm trying to pay attention because you may just get some of these tools and you just hang at some point. So you right click, trendline properties, go to parameters. Hmm? This guy is still to get rid of this guy. Without this guy, you're not going to work it
Okay.
and say, okay, you notice something, the line is shortened. I can
Okay.
now control the length where I want it to be. If I hold this guy, I
Okay.
drag. If I hold this guy, I drag. But if I hold the center guy, I move. I can move the line. If I'm
Okay.
holding this guy, I can extend, I can drag, I can turn it around, I can do whatever I want to do. I can resize with this guy. Same with this guy. But if I'm holding this guy, I'm moving the entire line. So the same thing is applicable to the Equidistant channel. I double click, right click, channel properties, go to parameters, take away the ray, and it's out. You can see it now.
Yeah.
So the way it is, I can actually control the whole stuff. So now watch this guy here. Let me show you something. I'll show you this guy. Immediately is to move all. You can maneuver control. Hmm? Now the equidistant channel
Yeah.
uses the same format. That is, just ignore this guy, work with this guy. The same way you can use this to move the entire body, and you can use these areas to direct the whole body. Hmm?
Okay.
Now, whenever you're using these two, be sure to use this first line, this complete one, two, three, to get the shape you want to get. Once you get it, you can equally just hold this guy and bring him further. Let me show you what I mean.
Okay.
For instance, I want to capture this area. I can just move this guy and focus on this down line. So let me make it thicker. Come on, let's make it a little bit thicker. So I'm focused on this guy. I'm trying to fix in this guy. I'm just ignoring it. I'm just trying to make this guy fixing. Too much. I can make it fixing. Doesn't be perfect. So I'm trying to make it fixing here, fixing here, fixing here, right? So what I'll do, just hold this guy, take him up or down, back or forth, just to make him fixing.
Okay.
So see this guy here and here. Okay. So that I let me do this one. So you can just see the price action. This is the top, right?
Yeah.
Bottom, top,
Yes.
bottom,
Yes. Yeah.
top, bottom, top, bottom. It breaks down. So, and remember we said at support, you do what? You buy, at resistance.
Bye.
So,
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
now, if you watch the price action here, comes to this top. Remember this is the top of this channel, and this is also the top, that is resistance. Comes down here, it goes up. It couldn't go further. It would have gotten to this level. But if you look at the price, it's trying to struggle with this key level.
Yes.
It tells you that the price is actually responding. That's why it's called price action. So the price responds to the hindrances, whatever it is. So the way it responds actually tells you there's something around there, and that thing could be
Yes.
anything. It could be whatever that's going on in the central bank. It could be the investors. They could just be factors that you cannot explain. So, and you don't need to know those factors because you will not know. All you have to do is to trade and make money. So you just have to know how to go around your chart. That's the idea. So this level made it unable to pass, but it came down, tried to break at the force, tried to break, now it has break, it's now on top support. It took off, couldn't go higher, it came back to this critical, to this level, we normally call here confluence.
Yeah.
That's why you have an intersection between the channel, it's the support of
Yeah.
the channel, the support of the key level. So we expect a massive movement. Link up, came down, up, down, stuff like that. So okay, let me assume that this is an analysis we have on the lower time on the Okay, so this H4, right?
Yeah.
F1, I'm going to squeeze reduce my zoom. This 30 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm going to
Mm.
still forget it is okay. So it shows you something. I'm going to take away all this block. I'm taking away all this block of indents. So I can drag back to history. Um, okay, let's take for instance, this is my crosshair. Hmm? I use it to measure the number of pips. I've showed you something like that before. And I use it to check out the time and the price.
Mm.
So if I click at this top
Yeah.
and hold and drag down, I'm having 121, right?
Yeah.
That's 121 what?
I don't
121
get.
points, 121 pigments. What again?
I don't. Sorry, I don't understand what you just said.
I'm trying to measure the distance from here to here.
Yes.
Okay. Price movement is measured in what? Did you just don't
I did. Hello.
price
Hello.
movement is measured in pips. You have done pip
I
calculation.
can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Have you done pip calculation?
Quick calculation. Yes. Yes. We have. We have
How many points make a pip?
one people. I think that should be 0.1, right?
Hmm?
I said
One
I think that
pip?
should be 0.
0 what?
I said I think that should be 0.1.
Okay. Pip, pip, pip is that's the price movement. Hmm?
Okay.
What you're talking about is when you're trying to calculate that one is position size.
Oh.
Price moving from one point to the other. We make profit by the difference, by the change in price.
Oh.
Relatively, we lose money by changing price. So now I'm trying to measure the movement of price from here to here. So the
Okay.
movement can only be in pips. There's no other way. Are you getting me? Now, what you are saying, you're actually coming to position sizing. You're actually coming to the quantity at which um, any individual is participating with, which I told you in Forex, there's no fixed volume, right? That was what we had in that slideshow. You can decide to buy at any quantity of your choice. So the issue of 0.1, one standard lot, 10 standard lot it depends on individuals. You remember that?
I miss the things you said now. I don't know. I think my network is having issue.
I think I need to get my own network closer.
You said I stopped hearing you completely. You talked about measuring price and movements. Yes, I can hear you.
So price movement is measured in pips.
Yes.
So D is a
Okay.
movement. It's 15 minutes. So each candle represents 15 minutes. I have to shrink it. I try to zoom it so you see it clearly. I have to shrink it. So now, this is my crosshair. I use it to measure the price movement. As I use it to get the number of pips. Hmm? I click on the crosshair and I'm just hovering. I've not clicked anywhere. So if I just hover my mouse to any point, I can actually see the date, the time, and the price level. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes.
So now this is the top. I click and then drag my hand down.
Yeah.
So which number are you seeing at the middle?
128.
128. It means 128 points, 128 pipettes, 12.8 pips. That clear?
Okay. Yeah. So what about the first number?
The first number, um, it's not for us. Just forget about it.
Okay.
And the last one is the price level where we are
Yes.
0.9268. And if you look at the price level up, you are seeing 0.9396. Can you see it? The first one that the crosshair produced, the white
Yes. Yes.
price ahead. So by the time you
Yes.
do that price minus this price and seeing down, it will give you 12.8.
Okay. Okay.
I believe it's getting clearer.
Yes. So it's not really as clear, but I understand to some extent.
Wait, oh, sorry. Oh. No. This thing has to be. No. This trader is giving us four decimal place, right? Let's not make mistake. Oh. Share. The price is four
Yes.
decimal place. So this is
Yes.
128 pips, not
Tips. Okay. Okay.
is
Okay.
the 3 and 5 decimal places.
Okay. Okay.
So okay, wow, this is really huge, man. 128 pips. That's big. So wow, this is huge. I'm just looking at the price. 0.9, 0.9. That's over 100 pips. 128 pips. Wow, this is huge. So and imagine these so okay, now you can imagine the beauty of just trying to identify that uh, we are dealing with history now. So, but with time, we're going to see how we forecast the future. So, imagine just having an information of this. So, 128 pips, even at 0.01, that's the minimum. We are making $12.8. So, if you have up to 0.02, 0.03, you are making up to $48, 0.03. And if you have
Mm.
up to 0.1, you are making 100 and something dollars. Are you with me? So
Yeah.
just for you to be able to do your own analysis, there is no rush in forex. And looking at that stuff, I think it really actually happened in a day from here, 11th to here. Okay, let me check the other guy. Here is 11th. This guy is 11th. This other guy. Okay, that's on the 15th. That 11th was on the Thursday, Friday. But at least the next day was able to produce that 100 pips. In a day, it was able to produce 50 pips. Are you getting the idea?
Mm.
So that means you can actually close every day. So targeting 100 and something pips, so it's large. Like people that come to Forex and target 10 pips, 15 pips, 20 pips every day. In their trading plan, they can say, I am every day I'm going to make 50 pips, every day I'm going to make 30 pips. Not that. So, so for that huge opportunity. Are we together?
Yes.
Crosshair. from here to here is 200 pips.
Okay. Wow.
So, so
Wow.
huge. So you should be able to make use of your horizontal line, make use of your trend line, and make use of your pattern. So let me
Okay, I have
go ahead and listen.
I have two questions. Hello?
I'm with you, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I said I have two questions.
Go ahead.
Okay, for the first one, on key level, are there what makes a level a key level? Anything in particular, or is it yes? Is it anything in particular, or it can just be your personal choice, or is it one level, two levels, or I don't know. That was the first question. Then the second question, after you know, making use of the tools and making your analysis, how do you make sure that you don't lose them? Because I think I tried once, but by the time I came back to the chart, it was gone. So is there a way it is saved to be um what's it called, consulted later? Those are the two questions.
Before I answer you, these particular ones we've done, is it clear?
Yes,
I wouldn't want to
it's
come back
clear.
to it because I was really embarrassed, like
I will
you trying to catch up with people.
I will have to once it's night, my whole everything is shutting down. So I don't really, but I'm trying. I will have to still watch the video when you send the link to me because I feel that I will not, many things won't be as clear, but I understood everything from the equidistant channels, the key level strengths. You didn't talk about flags.
That's what I'm saying now because all these ones you are saying I didn't talk about, I'm just trying to take it at ease with you, not to do all of them this time. So we're actually catching up fast. So, but I wouldn't want to be disappointed that the basic ones you couldn't get them. So, but I'm going to answer you all of them. I'm going to answer you all of them. So, so just pick up a writing material. So how to
Yes.
identify a key level? The first one is you identify key levels at daily, weekly, and monthly time frame. I can only identify my key level at daily, weekly, and monthly time frame. And they actually the
Okay.
highest. You have the idea.
You said daily, weekly, and monthly time frames. Okay.
Then secondly, every key level must touch or intersect with three or more. See how you write it now. Three or three or more, three or more this.
It has open, high, low, close. V.
So three or more days of the candles. So we're going to particularize next layer. So what is it? I think that's the few I can give you for now. Then you said how can it be saved?
Yes,
Normally
yes.
the saving is automatic. It's automatic, but sometimes you can go ahead to sometimes you can go ahead to probably save as templates. I think that one works for them. You can save it like this whole stuff. You just click, yeah, you can see what I'm going to. Templates,
Yes.
save. You can decide to save it. So after saving it, at some point, probably if it's low, they can just go to load template, load, and they can choose from the
Okay.
name they use and get it back. So that's
Okay.
another way. But normally, it's supposed to stay. If it's not staying, I think it's an issue with your network. So just check
Okay.
your network strength. Because most times, if you don't have a good network strength, whatever you do will not be safe. So it's supposed to be there. Like this, my MT4, every time I come, there are loads of stuff. And take this small one down. So there are loads of stuff there. And it's kind of not down, but I have another one. So there are stuff there. So most of this, I marked them 6 months, 9 months ago, some up to 1 year. Like this guy,
Wow.
so they've been there. So that's how it's been. And they've been there. Now look at this line. I not seen this line. Look at this line now. I see this line.
Yes.
Check the date. What date I see? 2019,
28
right?
August 2019. Yes.
So that was when I drew this line. So there are many of them like that. And when I started using this trading view was later, not like I'm using my normal MT4. So I have old charts like that. I have old forecast. So that's what I think now. So no, I keep using it. So maybe this line now that we're talking about, this may be a line that I got to know many years ago. So that's why it's called price action. That's why I call it key level. So price tend to react
Okay.
at that level most times. You get the idea. So
Yes.
anything can be the cause. So, but that's not your business. Probably that's a particular price that whenever maybe the central bank or whatever, they like to lower it at that price. Whenever it's at that price, they can do business transactions and from there the prices start increasing. That's like support. But they wouldn't want it to go much higher than that price. Whatever it is, but your job one is to be able to mark up everything and stuff. So I can barely hear you. The earpiece is just
I said, doesn't mean okay, like
what I was gonna do is I just stop. Maybe we can remove the earpiece.
now.
So repeat your question. I'll get you clearly.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I said, does it mean that the key level is similar to support and resistance, or is it something totally different?
Something totally different. But the reason why I'm using a different language is actually tell actually tell how it is derived. You can hear me.
I didn't get that.
Okay, since you struggle to hear me without the earphone. Hello.
Yes, I had to plug it back because I can't hear anything.
Okay, what will happen? Let me generate the
Uh,
recording. I can answer you on we can go on maybe WhatsApp or probably Facebook stuff. I can just clear you off from there. But let me get this recording ready. Hmm?
okay.
Alright, so